Good afternoon. I would like to take some minutes to go over some important information for the Introduction to Diversity class. My name is Professor Patten. I'm going to be teaching one of the online classes for diversity. I believe there's other two professors that are also going to be teaching the same class. Let's talk first about the field experience or school observations that you're going to do. Please make sure that you schedule your observation as soon as possible. Don't wait until the end to schedule these. Please take really good notes when you go visit the school, and most importantly, dress appropriately. You should go business casual. I cannot stress the importance about the way you're going to look when you go to the school. This is a first impression. Do not wear flip-flops. Do not wear spaghetti strap shirts or uncut tops. Do not wear jeans for sure. And if you're a male, please wear like a tie and a shirt if possible. You are setting an example for our college, and you are a professional. You're going to be a teacher, so you need to dress accordingly. You're going to visit 3 different school levels. You're going to visit an elementary school, a middle school, and a secondary school or high school. When you write your reflection paper, you're going to discuss the aspects of diversity that we're going to be talking about in class and how they relate to the different levels of schools that you're visiting. Make sure that when you go to your school, you visit and research the demographic of that particular school, and you include that in your paper. If you look at the rubric, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to write for this particular reflection. When you are doing the reflections, you have 2 options of how you're going to turn them into me. You can write one single reflection that includes the 3 schools that you visited at the 3 levels. And you can either compare, contrast, or just go through each school by each school and talk about how they relate to diversity. And this particular paper is done at the end of the semester. Keep in mind that you should have at least 6 pages minimum if you're going to combine all 3 schools or visits together. The other option is to turn in a reflection every time you visit a school. So if you visited the elementary school first, you're going to turn in the reflection for that elementary school visit. Again, with topics relating to diversity and how they relate to what we have learned in class. This paper will be at least 2 to 3 pages minimum, and it will have to be turned in according to the due date that states in the syllabus. Look at the PowerPoint when you go to visit your school that is included in Canvas. This PowerPoint talks about dress code. I already told you about it, but it's good to please take a look at it because it goes into more specific at the way that you need to present yourself when you go to the school. The most important thing that I can tell you about this particular observations is that you need to look at the rubric when you're writing the observation. That's very important. If you read the rubric when you're writing your reflection, then you are guaranteed to have a better grade because you have met the requirements as stated in the particular rubric. Please remember to also use textbook citations when you're writing your reflections. In all of the papers, for that matter, that you turn in for the School of Education, you should always have citations. I expect a higher level of writing from you because you're in a college class, and the School of Education is very particular and strict about this. We use the APA format. This format is found in Canvas. If you need to access and need some more information on the APA format, please go there and review it if necessary. Remember that the papers will be double-spaced to include spaces between paragraphs. 12-inch font, and it has a cover page. All papers will have a cover page, and this cover page is separate from the body of the paper. Let's talk now about the cross-cultural paper and presentation. The project is very well explained in the module. However, the first component of this paper is a self-identity paper that is due on the 4th week or the 4th module. Please make sure that when you turn in your cross-cultural paper at the end later in the semester, that you include the self-identity paper in that paper. It's part of the whole package. It's the cross-cultural presentation and paper. The self-identity paper needs to include the cross-cultural paper needs to include the self-identity paper when you turn it in to me. When you do this project, you have various options to present it to the class. You can Skype it, you can use YouTube. If you have YouTube, if you're going to use YouTube, you need to make up an account. You do not have to publish it publicly if you're going to use YouTube. You can do it privately, or you can just copy the link and send it to me, and I will upload it in the discussion board. If you cannot do it, but you should be able, if you get an account, to upload it yourself. If you find issues uploading it, then by all means, send me an email with the link of your YouTube video, and I will put it in the discussion board so that the colleagues or the other classmates can watch or choose which ones they want to watch, and they can then comment on them. Lastly, please read the rubric before and during the developing of the paper and the presentation. The next project that we have to work on is the lesson plan review. And no, you're not writing a lesson plan. You're going to go to the certain websites that I specify in Canvas for you, and you're going to find a lesson plan that is already done by another teacher. And what you're going to do is you're going to evaluate it. I gave a worksheet with a series of questions that you need to answer. You will find again the list of the websites where you can find lesson plans. After you have found the lesson plan you want to evaluate, please include the link in the paper you're turning in to me when you're answering the questions or the evaluation form. Just make sure you turn in the link where you got this particular lesson plan, and then submit it to me on the due date. Finally, the final test. I do not give you a final test per se. This is a final project. You do not have to present it to me like you would have to do with a cross-cultural presentation. This project can be in form of a poster, a PowerPoint presentation, Prezi, brochure, a video, a newsletter, video or slideshow, an art piece, a music, or a song. You can be creative. If you have any other ideas of how to present this project and they're not here included, please let me know before you do it so I can give prior approval. Again, please read the rubric when you're developing this final project, because it is as important as it is with other projects. It will tell you exactly what I'm looking for. Finally, make sure that you complete your assigned reading and discussion boards. The discussion and assignments are mostly related to videos that I found in TED, Education, and YouTube. And you're going to want to watch all of these. I chose some that are very interesting. And I did this purposely because in some of these videos you're going to have to comment with some of the classmates. And I did it this way so that it's interesting enough and you can engage in lively conversation when you do the discussion boards. I have also chosen different resources to make the class enjoyable. However, it still involves a lot of work on your part. Please do not get too scared when you see the requirements. Give it a try. I know you will enjoy the class. It is one of my favorite classes. Nevertheless, you might find some issues with the dates because this class was developed originally for the summer session, and I had to take those modules and then change them to the fall session. So what I'm thinking is that you might find some issues with the dates. I have reviewed each module independently. However, I'm still human. There might be some mistakes. If you see mistakes in terms of dates, please don't hesitate to contact me and I will correct them promptly as soon as you let me know. I also understand that you have other commitments, and this is why you probably chose to do this class online. You have families, you have jobs that you need to attend to. Please know that I take all of this into consideration, and I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys to be able to be successful in my class. I am here to help you with anything that you need. So please, before you decide to drop the class, if that's what you're thinking, when you see that things are getting a little bit tough and you're not having time to complete the requirements, contact me before you do that, and we might be able to work something out. I have had students in the past that they just basically have quit and they've not informed me about their decision, and it would have been so much easier for them to talk to me about their concerns, and we could have worked something out together. And I'm sure that the other two professors that are teaching the class also agree with me. So please just go ahead and do that. I am here to help you throughout the class. Do not hesitate to call me. Last session, the summer session, I had calls on a regular basis. Some
you back immediately, or as soon as I can, and I will go over the assignment together with you. Believe me, I had many students that did this last year, and it was so much better for them to understand it in that forum than just reading it on the class. And one final note, you need to have either Firefox or Chrome. Canvas does not work with Internet Explorer. So when you go to Canvas, it will prompt you and tell you if your computer meets those requirements or not. And then you just download whichever one you want to use. The download is free. Again, I am here to help you. I